All right, last week we were introduced to dividing fractions. This week we're going to go a little more in depth with it by introducing both mixed numbers as well as some whole numbers. Same process though. Keep, change, flip, or keep, flip, change, whatever one you like better, KFC. Just remember, you keep the first fraction, whatever fraction is getting split up, like if you have a half of a pizza, that's the one half has to go first. Whatever's getting divvied up is the one that we keep. So we keep the first fraction, we flip the second one, and then we have to multiply those together. We say keep, change, flip, keep the first one, change, division, and multiplication, and then flip the second one, multiply these together. So you can use this as an example. Use this time to now pause the video and try these three on your own. If you can't read it, it's 3/4 divided by 8. This one is 4 divided by 2/3, and the last one is 6/7 divided by 1/3. Pause the video, try these on your own. All right, hopefully you try these on your own, check your work. Remember, for this first one, we cannot use a fraction divided by a whole number, so we gotta make it into a fraction by putting a 1 underneath the 8. So now it's ready to go ahead and get keep, change, flip. We keep 3/4, change, division, multiplication, and of course 8 over 1 flips to 1/8. And we multiply these all out. 3 times 1 is 3, 8 times 4 is 32, our answer being 3 over 32. The next one, can't use 4. We gotta make it a fraction, so it's 4 over 1. We keep that one, times, flip this one to 3 halves. 4 times 3 is 12, 2 times 1 is 2, and of course 12 halves is also equal to 6. Either one's acceptable for now. Last but not least, keeping the 6/7, changing division multiplication, and 1/3 flips to 3 over 1. Multiply straight out, 6 times 3 is 18, 1 times 7, your answer is 18/7. All right, moving on to the next slide. This one you should have already copied down your notes. If you haven't, pause the video, copy this down. When you change mixed numbers to improper fraction, step 1, we've done this before, we kind of work in a clockwise manner. We start with the denominator, start with the denominator, times that by the whole number, and then you add the numerator at the end. So this will be 6 times 2 is 12, plus 5 is 17, and remember, whatever number is the denominator, that was going to stay the denominator throughout. So this would be 17 over 6 for this first one. Couple practice problems. We have 6 3/4 right here. So going clockwise, 4 times 6 is 24, plus 3 is 27, and then the 4 stays, the denominator stays as the denominator, so our answer would be 27/4. Next one, this one's hard to read. It says 5 2/5. So 5 times 5 is 25 plus 2 gives us 27. In this case, the denominator is 5, so the answer would be 27/5 for that guy. Copy this down. It's also on the first block. Same stuff. Try these 5 on your own. Go ahead and pause the video. Practice these on your own. Resume it when you're ready to check your work. All right, flying through it. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 2 is 22. 5 7/7, your answer is 22/5. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 3 is 31. 4 stays the same, 31 over 4. Next one, 8 times 5 is 40, plus 1 is 41/8. Next is 3 times 8 is 24, plus 2 gives us 26, and the 3 stays as the denominator, 26/3. Last but not least, 9 times 4 is 36, plus 3 is 39 over 4. Give yourself a nice pat on the back if you want 5 for 5 for those, and we're going to move on to the next part. Now, again, if you didn't copy these down already in that first box of the blend space, go ahead and pause the video now and copy these down, step 1 through 4. This time we're changing improper fractions to mixed numbers. We're kind of working backwards here. Now know that whenever you see a fraction part, that means division. So 28 over 5 or 28/5 literally means 28 divided by 5. So we got to think, how many times is 5 going into 28 without going over? Well, it goes in 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25, so when we subtract these, this 3 now becomes our numerator. And again, the 5 will stay the same as the denominator, so our answer would be 5 3/5 here. The first number, however many times it goes into that number, becomes our whole number. Whatever is left over, our remainder, becomes the numerator, and the denominator always stays the same. So practicing these couple over here. We have 17/6, which means 17 divided by 6. So when I set this up, 6 goes into 17 2 times. When it goes in twice, 6 times 2 is 12, so we have to subtract that out. 17 minus 12 is 5, so this 5 becomes a numerator. So we have 2 and 5/6. Since the 6 is the denominator here, the 6 is going to be the denominator in the final fraction. So this one will be 2 and 5/6. Next one, we have 43/5. 5 goes into 43. How many times? Well, it goes in 8 whole times. 8 times 5 is 40, so there's 3 left over. When I subtract it out, 43 minus 40, that's 3. The remainder of 3 becomes our numerator, and then the 5 is going to stay the same. So this one would be 8 and 3/5. Go ahead and try these 3 on your own, A, B, and C. Pause the video and resume it when you are ready to go over it. All right, so 37/10 means how many times is 10? Go into 37. Well, 10 goes into 37. We know 3 times. That gives us 30. So find the remaining. 37 minus 30 is 7. So that 7 becomes the numerator. So our answer is 3 and 7/10 for this one. 26/5. How many times does 5 go into 26? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It goes in 5 times. When it goes in 5 times, what's left over? Well, how far is 26 and 25? 26 minus 25 is 1. That 1 is our numerator. So this would be 5 and 1/5. The 5 is the same. Last but not least, we have 20/3. 20/3. How many times does 3 go into 20? It goes in 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. So what's left over? Well, 20 minus 18 is 2. So that 2 is our numerator. And the 3 stays as the denominator. So we had 6 and 2/3 there. Again, give yourself a nice pat on the back. If you got 3 and 7/10 for A, 5 and 1/5 for B, and 6 and 2/3 for C. Now that should bring us to the conclusion of the video. If you're good with this, go ahead and type in the bit.ly in the next box, and that will be today's work. And there's a total of 30 questions, 15 of the improper to mixed number, and 15 of the mixed number to improper fractions. Remember, if you need a refresher, go ahead, watch the video again, pause it where you need to pause it, take any notes as you go and watch the videos.